I've made several videos on Ulty and what my opinion of Ulty is. And I know there's a lot of people that have hopes that Ulty will turn it around at some point. But Ulty just continues to suck. And I understand that it pays a great dividend. But that great dividend is going to dividend itself into oblivion because Alti simply does not go up enough. It does not recover the dividend. And here we are right now. Alti over the past month is only up 10 cents. Now Alti declares next week and it's only up 10 cents this last month, and it paid out an 83-cent dividend. So Ulty is going to come up probably at about 10.20, 10.30, and if they do what they did last time, they're going to be down in the nines. And then it's going to go another turn, and it's going to only recover a couple cents here or there, and then you're going to see it down in the eights, and then you're going to eventually see Ulti, if it continues to do what it's been doing, enter into that reverse split territory, which is a mess. It's a disaster. It reverse splits, you start getting less money for the shares you have. You end up with less shares, and then you see it start doing some crap like Tesla, where it's a mess. It's a mess. And this fund has, they changed their strategy, and I still don't see any options for me ever owning Ulti. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense, because in order for these funds to work well, they have to have some momentum, and they have to be going up after the dividend is declared. Ulti just kind of stays flat, and then they pay out a dividend and that it never recovers. So you're not earning anything. You're just getting paid out your capital, and the fund isn't going up. Now some of these funds are YMAX and YMAG have been performing absolutely fantastic. Phoebe, Square, Misty, Tesla, Coney, those are some of the funds that have been just doing very, very well. Why Ulti has not at all. The yieldmax ultra option income strategy it's been awful. It's been awful since inception. They changed how they were doing it, and it's, quite frankly, it's still awful. It's still an awful fund. And I've heard people say that it's supposed to get better. It's gonna be. I've heard from people that I actually like, and I think they have some great opinions, but I gotta disagree with them on this one. This has been the worst yieldmax fund, one of the worst. I'm sorry, because there's some worse ones, like that damn Moderna one. I'm glad I didn't put my money into that one, because that's a doozy too. But yeah, and all of the inverse funds. But this is a fund that just, it's not like it's plummeting, right? But it's not doing what you want these funds to do, even though the market is on a rip right now. This thing just kind of stays there. It's up 10 cents over the last month. And that if you're in these funds and you are working the strategy, you don't want first of all, you don't want something that's going to go up really fast. That's not helping you either. You don't want something that goes down really fast, but you want something that's making gradual steps up. Gradual up, gradual up, gradual up. That way you're not getting capped. You want something that maybe a dip here, sideways here, but then up, slowly up, not just a complete rip up, because then you end up getting capped on it. But this right here is just, it's 10 cents. It's went up 10 cents in a month, And if you look at some of these other funds within a month, they have been way up, way up, and Ulty just does not seem to follow. So I just don't see it. I don't see it. I know other people love it, but I just don't see it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I think the strategy is a bit flawed for the people who absolutely love it and swear by this fund. I just don't understand what you're seeing in said fund. Anyway, that's my rambling opinion on Ulty for tonight. And I'm just waiting for it to change. I'm waiting to see some progress. I am so, oh, by the way, I'm so glad I got some super microcomputers when it was down. I bought some real shares and I bought some yieldmax shares, and that thing is on fire right now. It's I think it went back over $40 a share, and the SMCY is ripped up. So now I'm actually in the profit on SMCY, and that was all because I think their auditor stepped out, but they fixed it, I guess, and now it has shot back up like a rocket. There was a threat that stock could possibly be delisted, is what I'm hearing, and now it's up like a rocket. And I'm so glad I went out and I got some shares because I was able to make some money off of it. See, that's one of those things where you take a chance and it works out, and when it does work out like this, it's an absolutely fantastic thing because you're able to buy it at the low and then ride it up and sell it at the high. And that's what I did. I was able to, I'm still riding it up as it continues to rip right now. Even overnight, well, in the aftermarket, it ripped up even more. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, Ulty, man, they have to do something different with Ulty. Ulty has to at least be able to recover its dividend. Like if Ulty went down 80 cents and was able to come up and make 80 cents, then cool. But right now Ulty isn't doing that. And Ulty is, how many more payouts does Ulty have before it's gonna reverse split? At this point, I'm thinking like maybe 6, 7 before it reverse splits, because it's only going up like 10 cents, and it can't continue to do this because it's not going to work. All right, I've rambled on enough. Let me know what you feel about it. I am out of here. Peace.